Top 10 Terrifying Serial Killers and Their Story. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we have a spine-chilling topic that is not for the faint-hearted. We'll take a deep dive into the dark world of some of the most terrifying serial killers in history. Brace yourselves, because this video is not for those who scare easily. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our chilling content. Let's get started. The Night Stalker. Richard Ramirez. Now, let's begin with one of the most notorious serial killers. Richard Ramirez, also known as the Night Stalker. Ramirez terrorized the streets of California during the 1980s, unleashing his reign of terror on innocent victims. His gruesome crimes sent shockwaves through the community, leaving everyone in fear. Join me as we uncover the horrifying details of his killing spree. The Zodiac Killer, Unsolved Mystery. Next up, we have one of the most enigmatic serial killers in history, the Zodiac Killer. From the late 1960s to the early 1970s, this unidentified murderer haunted the people of Northern California, taunting law enforcement with cryptic messages and codes. Despite numerous investigations, the identity of the Zodiac Killer remains a mystery. We'll explore the chilling case and the theories surrounding this unsolved puzzle. The Killer Clown, John Wayne Gacy. Prepare yourselves for a chilling story that will haunt your nightmares. John Wayne Gacy, also known as the Killer Clown, was a seemingly ordinary man who hid a dark secret behind the makeup and clown disguise. Gacy carried out a series of heinous acts that shook an entire community to its core. Join me as we unmask the true face of this terrifying killer. The Bat Killer, Dennis Rader. Moving on, we have the case of Dennis Rader, also known as the Beatcake Killer. Bootcake stands for bind, torture, kill, which perfectly describes the sadistic nature of these crimes. Rader's reign of terror lasted for over 30 years as he taunted investigators and the public with cryptic messages, even working as a compliance officer for the local authorities. Discover the disturbing details of Rader's twisted double life. The Green River Killer, Gary Ridgway. In this next segment, we delve into the case of Gary Ridgway, better known as the Green River Killer. Ridgway's horrifying killing spree spanned over several decades, making him one of the most prolific serial killers in American history. His victims were often vulnerable women, leading to a long and difficult investigation for the authorities. Together, we'll uncover the shocking truth behind this chilling case. The Boston Strangler, Albert DeSalvo. Now, let's travel back in time to the 1960s, where the city of Boston was gripped with fear due to a series of gruesome murders. Enter Albert DeSalvo, also known as the Boston Strangler, who terrorized the city with his sadistic acts of violence. Join me as we explore the chilling details of DeSalvo's reign of terror and the impact it had on the city and its inhabitants. The Killer Nurse, Janine Jones. We've all heard stories of nurses who save lives, but what happens when one becomes a cold-blooded killer? In this segment, we uncover the shocking case of Janine Jones, a nurse who took advantage of her position of trust to commit unthinkable acts. Her crimes sent shockwaves through the medical community and left a trail of victims behind. Prepare to be horrified by this tale of betrayal and evil. The Manson Family Murders. Charles Manson. No list of terrifying killers would be complete without mentioning Charles Manson and his cult. Like following. Known as the Manson family, Manson's manipulation and influence led his followers to commit a series of brutal murders, including the infamous Tate, LaBianca killings. Join me as we dive into the twisted mind of Manson and unravel the terrifying web he spun around those he commanded. The cannibal killer, Jeffrey Dahmer. Prepare yourself for one of the most disturbing stories you'll ever hear. Jeffrey Dahmer, also known as the Cannibal Killer or the Milwaukee Monster, committed a series of gruesome murders and acts of necrophilia. Dahmer's crimes shocked the world and provided insight into the disturbed mind of a serial killer. Together, we'll explore the horrific details of Dahmer's crimes and the subsequent investigation. The Grim Sleeper, Lonnie Franklin Jr. Last but definitely not least, we have the case of Lonnie Franklin Jr., also known as the Grim Sleeper. This chilling case unfolded in Los Angeles over several decades, leaving a community in fear as the killer seemed to vanish without a trace. Franklin's crimes, which primarily targeted African American women, exposed the darker aspects of society and the challenges faced by victims of these heinous acts. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on any new videos.